Hello everyone, I'm Michaela, and in this video we are going to talk about flow fault paths, what they are, why they matter, and how ignoring them can quickly break your org. Flows are powerful. They automate critical business processes, update records, send emails, and enforce logic across your org. But here's something most Salesforce orgs get wrong. They assume that flows always succeed. A fault path is a separate branch in a flow that runs when something goes wrong. For example, when a record update fails, when a user doesn't have permissions, when a required field is missing, or when flow hits a data or validation error. If you don't define a fault path and the flows run into an error, Salesforce stops the flow, and users may see a vague error message. The error message only appears in debug logs, or worse, nobody notices until data is missing. This creates silent failures, and silent failures are the hardest to diagnose. Imagine a record-triggered flow on opportunity that updates related records after close one. Everything works until a validation rule changes, or a new required field is added, or permissions are adjusted. Suddenly, the flow starts falling. Sales reps suggesting Salesforce is glitchy. But with a fault path, you could log the error, you could notify admins, or show a meaningful message to users. A fault path isn't just for error messages. You can use it in many ways, like to send an email or a Slack alert to admins, to create a custom error log record, to display a friendly screen message, or to stop partial data updates cleanly. This turns a failure into a controlled and visible event. I will quickly demonstrate how to create a fault path. So right now we are in a create a case flow, and on the create case record, when you click the three dots, there is an option to add fault path. So you can see that this new path appeared, and it will run only if there is an issue with creating a case record. So let's add an element. I will create an error log record, create error. It's gonna be created manually, and I have error log object in my org, and the field I want to have populated is the error log message, which will store the information from the current flow interviews fault message. And then I will just save it as a new flow version. And activate it. I would recommend to add fault paths to all create, update, or delete elements and log errors instead of relying on debug logs. And also include record IDs and flow names in error messages. Treat fault paths as part of the design, not as an afterthought. As orgs grow, flows interact with more data, more permissions, and more rules. And fault paths protect you from future changes you can't predict today. To sum up, fault paths don't make flows more complex, but they make them safer. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to give it a like and follow for more Salesforce tips. Thank you.